Hi, and welcome back to my channel. This video is all about how to build your PVE dagger with Divine Impact Path build, from beginner to mid-tier level GX. Now without further ado, let's begin. Now if you're wondering, why use dagger weapon for a Master Skill 2 build? It's because the dagger build is more beneficial and easier to build for a beginner up to a mid-tier level GX. And in this video, I will only use and show the standard and recommended gears and build up for a Dagger MS2 PVE build GX. But still, you can build your Master Skill 2 with a Katar weapon, and I will also make a separate guide for that in the future. But for now, you can look up from my previous videos about various daggers versus the Loki's Nail Katar test comparison. Now we proceed, and come first with the attribute stat allocation. Strength. Bringing this stat to a maximum of 99 points will be more beneficial, since it will primarily increase and improve your raw physical attack value. And having a high raw physical attack on PVE will greatly provide you a better physical damage output. Agility. Bringing this stat into a decent amount is also beneficial, since it will improve your attack speed stat and flee rate stat. For a start, bringing this stat to 80 points is already enough, but you can still push further if you're having trouble on getting the maximum of 480% attack speed. Vitality. Although this stat increases and improves your base max HP and physical defense stat, it is still not that beneficial on PvE scenarios for a DPS build GX. Allocating 30 points on vitality stat for a start is already good enough. Intelligence. This does not contribute anything on improving your physical damage output. You can skip this stat and leave it at 0 points. Dexterity. This stat will primarily increase your hit rate stat and will also decrease your skill casting time decently. And every 5 points of dexterity stat will also provide a +1 raw attack value. Allocating 60 points for a start is already enough, since you can still gain the hit rate stat from other sources. And for PvE scenarios, we only need a decent amount of hit rate stat value, and no need to aim for an extremely high hit rate stat. Luck. Physical skill type dagger build GX does not benefit from this stat, and you can leave it at 0 points. Now, if you have any remaining stat points, you can use it on your dexterity, agility, or on your vitality. Now we come to the skill allocation. For the Thief panel, double attack passive skill level 10, improve flee passive skill level 10, hiding active skill level 10, and enchant poison active buff skill level 10. For the assassin skill panel, twin blade penetration passive skill level 5, as it will further improve your double attack damage by its unique effects, sonic blow active skill level 10, and sonic acceleration passive skill level 5. You don't have to manually use the sonic blow skill, as the sonic acceleration passive skill had a 15% chance to release the sonic blow skill automatically while performing a normal auto attack on a target. And that's why we need to have the highest attack speed as much as possible, just to proc the automatic sonic blow more often while auto attacking a target. Enhanced enchant poison passive skill level 10 and backslide active skill level 10. But you also had an option to not allocate 10 skill points on backslide skill, as you can also allocate some on virus diffusion skill or some on venom dart active skill, since these skills will be useful in some situations, as venom dart can be used on kiting a target and virus diffusion on a stacked mobs. But you wouldn't need these skills in the future when you unlock the poisonous smoke active skill later. For Assassin Cross panel, enchant deadly poison active skill level 10, enhanced hiding level 5, also improves your movement speed while hiding, assassination heart level 5, and assassination halo level 10. You need to take assassination heart up to level 5, since it is needed to unlock the assassination halo. Assassination halo passive skill level 10 provides an additional physical attack value for your auto attacks. This will improve your auto double attack damage output a bit. You can disregard and skip the Assassination Heart and Assassination Halo if you are planning to go on a full skill type gameplay only. This is just a general recommendation build-up just to make your auto attack damage output become more effective. You either allocate it on Virus Diffusion or on the Venom Dart active skill. For the Breakthrough skill allocation, prioritize the Improve Flee passive skill to level 15. Then bring the Double Attack passive skill to level 15, as you will max it out to level 20 after the skill allocation for the Guillotine cross skill tree. Max out Sonic Blow skill to level 15 for a greater automatic sonic blow damage output, and Twin Blade penetration level 10. Then max out the Enchant Deadly Poison active skill to get the full benefit out of it. And for the Guillotine Cross skill tab, Poisonous Weapon active skill level 10. Aside from its new poison buff effect, this will also provide you an additional plus 10% physical attack stat, New Poison Research level 10. This also provides a plus 30% additional damage to monsters when the Poisonous Weapon skill buff is active, or the targeted monster is under in a poisoned state status. And the Poisonous Smoke skill at level 10 is enough just to get the highest Poisonous Smoke initial skill damage output, Cross Impact active skill level 5, and Dark Illusion active skill level 5. The Cross Impact skill will be your secondary burst skill, while the Divine Impact skill is on cooldown, as Cross Impact skill also deals massive damage output against a single target enemies. Hallucination level 5 is already enough, since further than level 5 will only provide you an additional skill duration time. Then you can max out the Double Attack passive skill and the Twin Blade penetration passive skill. And for the remaining 5 points, a level 1 Rolling Cutter active skill is already enough just to help you recharge your spin count a bit. And a level 4 Weapon Blocking active skill is also enough, since weapon blocking chance on PVE aren't that high even at level 5. For the Divine Impact gradual skill upgrade, for a start, primarily activate all active and passive skills, and you're gonna need 9.5 million zennies to do so. And this is the total cost chart for the Divine Impact build. Now the Divine Impact active skill is the main source of your MS2 damage output, and the Vampiric Poison Blade passive skill will also greatly increase your Divine Impact damage output. The Keep It Moderate passive skill effect will provide an instant spin count refund from 1 to 5 spin count according to its level after usage of the Divine Impact skill. It is useful, but not that much for a starter, since it does not boost nor improve the Divine Impact skill damage output, so this passive skill will be upgraded as the last priority. The Sudden Inspiration passive skill. This provides an effect that lets you automatically gain 1 stack of rotation points and an elemental restraint coefficient effect. Bringing this to a maximum level is also quite useful, since it'll decrease the cooldown time of stack rotation accumulation and increases the elemental restraint coefficient effect, but still does not greatly amplify your Divine Impact damage output. So this passive skill can also be upgraded on a later priority. The Vampiric Poison Blade passive skill. If the target is poisoned or affected by the Poison Cast skill, this passive skill provides a damage boost for these listed skills: the Cross Reaper Slasher skill, Divine Force Impact skill, Rolling Cutter skill, and the Cross Impact skill, and also provides a lifesteal effect that will take a percentage value of the user's maximum health of each poisoned enemy being hit. So this skill will be your second priority to upgrade. since aside that it will greatly improve your divine impact damage output, it will also provide a great lifesteal effect value at the same time. Now we come to the Aesir monument allocation, and this is how you gradually allocate your Aesir monument system. As a beginner to intermediate progress for the assassin and assassin cross job, the listed special attribute Lewins below is better to be taken care of in this order. For the Guillotine Cross-Job Lewins, the Divine Impact skill will inherit all the Cross Reaper Slasher enhanced special attribute from Aesir Monument. So these special attribute nodes must be taken as soon as you have enough gold medals and guild contributions. As for the attack and def nodes, prioritize getting the raw attack nodes that only requires 150 up to 600 guild contributions. Then take all the flee rate stat and hit rate stat, and if you are done with it, then gradually take all raw attack nodes with 1200 up to 1800 guild contributions. For the guild Valkyrie prayers and blessings. For the Valkyrie prayers, the combat blessings will be your top priority, since this will provide you a great amount of physical raw attack stat. Then gradually increase a few survive and res blessings from time to time. For the Valkyrie blessings. On the attack blessings, prioritize these stats, raw attack stat and the ignore defense stat. Then you can gradually increase the penetration stat and the damage to the demi-human stat. You can prioritize first the penetration stat, then the damage to demi-human stat if you're not dealing a demi-human target most of the time, or you can evenly upgrade both stats. For the def panel, prioritize first the damage and magic reduction evenly, then gradually upgrade the defense and magic defense percentage value, and the maximum HP, the critical def, and crit resistance can be skipped, since it is only more useful on GVG and PvP scenarios. For the element upgrade panel, prioritize first the poison element damage boost, as this will make your poison element attacks become more effective on PvE scenarios, since it'll provide a great boost. Then gradually upgrade all element reductions. Now we come for the equipment set. For a start, using the Adventure Rift gears for a start is fine and recommended, but you must need to directly aim and choose an advanced dagger weapon. Choose the Desert Storm Dagger. The Desert Storm Dagger can provide you a good amount of ignore physical def stat and a great amount of an additional damage to large-size monsters, which are very important for a skill-type build GX. For the offhand, garment, and for the accessory gears, use the Rift Adventure gears with ignore physical def stat. You can use the Rift gear set until you can already afford and gradually change it to an advanced gear. For the armor and foot gear, pick the Adventurer Rift gear with additional physical attack stats. For a start, refining them to a refined level +6 will be your primary aim, then gradually refining them until refined level +12 is your end goal. And these are the recommended advanced gear equipment for the beginner MS2 Dagger build GX, and it is advisable that you should only replace a +12 Rift Adventurer gear piece with a minimum refinement of +8 and fully tiered advanced equipment, since a +12 Rift Adventurer gear is still better than advanced gears that are not fully upgraded. The Rosa Bracelet Star Offhand gear, aside from it provides the highest ignore physical def stat, it also provide a decent amount of raw physical attack stat. A refined +8 Rosa Bracelet Star is already great, but it is highly recommended to bring this offhand gear to a refined +12 if you are already on a mid-game phase of the game. The Thief Clothes Star Armor. This armor is the best armor gear to be paired with a dagger-type weapon, since it provides a great amount of physical attack stat bonus while being equipped with a dagger weapon. Plus, it also provides a great amount of ignore physical defense stat. Bringing this armor to a refined +10 is highly recommended. And, in some cases, the Ninja Suit Moonlight Star Armor can also be utilized, since this armor provides a great amount of physical damage increase stat, especially when the Ninja Suit Moonlight Armor is refined to a +15. The Ancient Cape Star Garment Gear. This garment is the best garment gear to be equipped and utilized by a physical skill type build job classes, since it provides a great amount of ignore physical def stat, raw physical attack stat, and skill damage increase stat. At refined +8, it's already good and usable, but it is highly recommended to bring this garment gear to a refined +12 to benefit well from its great potential. The Rune Boot Star and the Wolf Grandma Slipper Star Footwear. The Rune Boot Star Foot Gear provides a great amount of physical attack stats. A refined +8 rune boot is already great and usable, and bringing this footwear to a refined +12 is highly recommended. And The Wolf Grandma Slippers. Although this provides a little amount of ignore physical def stat, the Rune Boots footwear can still outperform the Wolf Grandma Slippers footwear in terms of damage output, and even if both are on a refined plus 15, the Rune Boots generally still can provide a better damage output, but depending on your overall stat. The Wolf Grandma footwear refined plus 15 might also provide you a better physical damage output result, since it can provide a plus 7% of physical damage increase stat. The powerful Ring Star accessory. This accessory gear provides a great amount of physical attack stats. At refined plus 8, it can already provide a great amount of bonus effect, and bringing this to a refined plus 12 is also highly recommended, since it can provide a total of plus 8% physical attack stat at refined level plus 12. The Fire Ninja Shinobi Belt Star accessory. This accessory provides a bonus damage plus 5% to angels and formless monsters. Bringing this accessory to refined plus 12 is highly recommended, since at refined level plus 12, this accessory also provides a decent amount of physical damage increase stat. So, either you're going to use 2 powerful rings or 2 Fire Ninja Shinobi Belt accessory gears in the future. And these are also the recommended headwear gears that are great to be utilized for a starter MS2 GX. These gears are craftable and can be also purchased from the exchange shop in PC. And you can also use the current available headwears that are beneficial to be used for a MS2 GX build from the limited skin shop NPC, if there are any available headwears that are good for MS2 build. You can still alter some of the recommended advanced gears, as equipment selection is generally based of what stats you lack the most, and I will make a separate video explaining further about the advanced gears in the future, and further give you an insights on how to effectively choose gear equipment combinations based on your current stat. And the same thing for the limited headwears, as some recommended and best headwears for an MS2 Dagger build is not always available to be obtained. Now, we come to the recommended cards for PVE Dagger skill type MS2 build GX, and I will only show the acquirable and affordable cards that are best to be used by a beginner to intermediate Dagger skill type GX. For the weapon card slot, the Advancing Mistletoe weapon card. This provides a plus 10% damage to monster, including the MVPs and mini-bosses. This card is very good for a starter, and it is acquirable from the new beginning card bonuses event as a character progress reward. And later on, you have to aim to purchase and acquire the Minorous card, which also provides an additional plus 10% damage to large-size monsters including MVPs. It is strongly recommended to unlock the deposit effect from this weapon card as soon as possible, since unlocking the Mino Insight effect from the Minorous card deposit effect will provide a 20% additional ignore def stat. You can also use one of these weapon cards. If you still can't afford the Minorous card, or you happen to have one of these cards, for the offhand gear slot, it is also recommended to use the Mark card for an immunity to freeze effect status, since most of the MVPs had a freezing effect skill, which will be hard to deal for lobies and newbie characters. And we can also utilize the Meryl Rollins card for an additional 5% damage to MVPs and mini-bosses. For the armor gear slot, the Heart card is great to be used for a start, since it provides a plus 10% damage to MVPs and mini-bosses. And the Moonak Star card, which also provide a plus 15% ignore physical def, is also highly recommended to be utilized by a physical skill type job classes, especially when you still had a very low amount value of ignore physical def stat. For the garment gear slot, the Mayfair Lens card, which provides a plus 5% damage to MVPs, is great to be utilized for a start, and if you can already afford to craft or purchase the Chucky Tree Star card, it's also a great garment card to be utilized for a starter, since this card can provide a decent amount of physical attack stats. For the footgear card slot, the Traceless card is also recommended to be used by a skill type build GX, since you can utilize this card from the early up to the endgame phase of the game. And aside from this card is easy to acquire, it is also the cheapest footgear card that can provide a damage boost. For the accessory card slots, the Moonlight Tendrillion card is highly recommended and the best beginner card for a skill type build GX, which you can also use from the early up to the late mid-game phase. This card provides a +2 to all attributes and a +2% skill damage increase stat. You can also utilize these other accessory cards in case that you already had it on hand. For the headwear card slot, the Marduk card is also highly recommended, since it'll provide you with immunity to the silent status effect. Most MVPs in most instances can inflict a silence effect status on you, which prohibits you from using your skills. You can also use and equip these headwear cards. The Andre Star card, which provides a +3% additional ignore physical def stat and a +3% penetration stat. And the Aegir Star card also provides a +2 to all attributes and a +3% physical attack stat. It also can inflict a fear effect on a target for 2 seconds. Your skill attacks will have a 15% chance to inflict fear effect on a target. Now, we come to the gear enchantment attributes. For the normal attributes, for weapon, offhand, armor, garment, boots, accessories, head, face, mouth, back, and tail wear, you should aim for the raw physical attack stat, the strength stat, and the physical damage increase stat. The physical damage increase stat is quite harder to get than the raw physical attack and strength stat, and for sure, it'll burn more enchantment coins just to get the recommended normal attribute stat. And if you are not that lucky, then get the raw physical stat or strength stat for the meantime, since it also provides a good damage output boost. And for the special enchantment attribute, there's no great guaranteed chance to get the special enchantment attribute. But if you have the chance to get gears with special enchantments, these are the recommended special enchantment attributes for each gear parts. For the weapon, get the morale special enchantment effect if you still have a very low ignore physical def stat, and you can take the sharp blade special enchantment if you already have a great amount value of ignore physical def stat. For the offhand gear, the armor breaking special effect is the only option we had for offhand gear. For the armor gear, get the morale special enchantment effect. For the garment gear, and for the footwear, there are no special enchantment attribute effects that can provide an enhancement for physical skill damage output, so getting the normal enchantment attribute is the only choice we have. For the accessory gears, get the sharp blade special attribute enchantment effects. For the headwear gear, the Zeal auto attack special enchantment will not improve your skill attack damage, but it can decently improve your auto double attack damage output. For the face wear, get the morale special enchantment effect attribute. For the mouthwear, only the Zeal special enchantment effect is available for this part, and getting this effect will decently boost your normal attacks. For the backwear, get the morale special effect enchantment attribute. And for the tailwear special effect enchantment attribute, get the sharp blade special effect enchantment. And now, we come to the memory word stat system. For a start, better choose a green quality memory equipment, since it can easily be upgraded to level 10, and bringing it to level 10 only consumes 9 pieces of memory after glow material, as bringing the memory equipment to level 10, level 20, and level 30 will also unlock a memory word attribute. The green quality memory item can only unlock a first-line memory word attribute, and the blue quality memory can unlock 2 memory word attribute when upgraded to level 20, and the purple quality memory can unlock the third-line memory word when upgraded to level 30, which we can also acquire great special effects from the third-line memory word attribute. And it is highly recommended to aim for the ignore physical defense memory word stat, especially when you still lack too much from the ignore physical def stat. For the next part of this build guide series, it will be an advanced build guide for mid-tier to high-tier Divine Impact Build GX, both for PvE and PvP GVG scenarios. And that's all of it for this video, and thank you for watching.